Alrighty. Now, before I do begin this, let me just say something. I know a lot of people are going to be confused as to why I'm starting another series, but let me tell you guys. Now, I'm going over a few things for the Zenkaibu series, and I want to focus on other series, but I'm also trying to do research for the AI Deku I'm doing. Now, what I'm going to be doing is quite simple. This is a character I know enough about, and I know a lot of people have requested me to do, but at the same time, I do have a very good question. I asked about you guys' favorite variants of characters, and one of my favorite variants of Spider-Man is the Spider Assassin timeline. Now, if you guys don't know that timeline, it's actually a very sad yet simple one, because Parker actually has a better life, I believe, and all he has to do is murder. Like, he's friends with Wolverine, he dates a secret agent, I think, and it's so interesting that just he's not in New York and his life drastically fucking improves, which is both funny and kind of sad. Now, with that being said, let me ask the question. If you guys want me to do a Spider Assassin variant, I would be more than willing to. But I'm also willing to do the Spider Man variant, like I'm doing here. I've also done Spider Punk as a variant, but that one I do sort of want to revamp for a few reasons, especially if I'm going to be doing this particular story. Now, with that being all out of the way, let us start with Izuku Midoriya. Now, for this, let's just go ahead and set it in Japan, not in New York, for simplicity's sake. Now, Izuku Midoriya, a number of things have happened in his life. Down on his luck, been bullied. Not very confident in himself. The typical geek archetype. He's nerdy, smart, intelligent, but not very physically strong. Now, currently, we do at least have his home life. His mother and father. His father out of a job, and his mother trying to support them. His father falling off the wagon. And Deku? He's trying to do his best. Focus on what he can and study. Get through high school. But that's a bit challenging for him, especially because of his situation. His family doesn't have a lot of money, and right now, he's concerned about a lot. So, whenever it came to the upcoming field trip, Deku, he had a lot on his mind. I mean, the cute girl in his class, and then the other girl that he does sort of like, but I mean, Toga, she's so interesting to talk to, and he's kind of nervous about her, but most importantly, though, there's that one girl, Ochako. He knows her too, and his chemistry with her is good, but he's not really too sure. That right now on Deku's mind. Deku, he likes two different girls, but he's not too sure what to say or do because he doesn't have a lot of experience talking to them. I mean, it's definitely weird, especially because he's not really had friends before, and that's just another story. Now, Deku, those were a few of the things on his mind. He was intrigued though. They were going to go see a lab, and that said quite a bit. Deku, he wanted to understand a few things about this place. And whenever they actually tried to show off a lot of what they do here, they even talked about radiation and how exactly does that all does work. Now, they even try to express a number of things have happened with radiation. I mean, there are lead researchers and people who they understand the sciences better than even they do. And while at their particular lab they studied them, they're also trying to see exactly how it may affect spiders. I mean, you have people like the esteemed Mr. Fantastic, as people call him, or Reed Richards, and that guy, he's definitely an interesting person. He's a smart and intellectual mind. You have people like Tony Stark, who, while he has fallen off the bandwagon recently with Glug Glug, he's still trying to be a hero. Now, Deku, he found that all to be kind of intriguing, and there actually was where he walked over and looked at a few of the things. Right now, him actually looking at a few of the spiders. They're so interesting. I mean, what is it? They're trying to develop cures for certain things, but how does radiation fully tie into all that? It's so weird. Hmm. They go looking around. Many of the spiders here have been experimented on. And if he's right, that means that they're radioactive. So, hmm. But if they're trying to make cures, then how do they harvest anything from the spiders? Right now, someone's going to walk up to Deku. And Deku, he actually had a turn, seeing Toga. Hi. Hey, are you looking at the spiders? Yeah. I'm just trying to think about how they all work. Really? Yeah, it's just, it's so weird and, huh? What are you looking at? Right there. Deku pointing up, expressing, as right now the escaped spider, it does start to make its way down. And Deku, he does go to look. There's a empty container and the spider, did it break out or escape? Now, one of the researchers, they do go to look around, and they do go to see that the spider is no longer inside the container. And that actually just won't worry them. They do try to alert security, but we do actually have Deku. Deku, he was staring at the container, and then something started to crawl its way down his neck and bite. Now, Deku brought his hand up, and I'm going to try and smack at the spot as the spider leaped to somebody else. And Deku, he actually took a turn. Ow, fuck. Everyone looking at him. Someone walking over, asking exactly what, well, Izuku did. Since Deku, he's kind of a white baby and a crybaby. So what happened to him this time? Right now, Bakugo at least going to step up, talking about it. Come on, what happened? This being where someone, they go to find the spider. As a girl, she actually is going to somewhat bring her foot up and show it. They're pretty sure they found the escaped thing. Now, right now, someone else is going to walk up. And they do try to ask about if he's okay, because something bit him, right? Now, they're going to turn to them, talking about it. No, he just got this strange sharp pain. I mean, he didn't see a spider crawl on him? You sure, man? I mean, a thing could kill you. Radioactive. No, I'm fine. It's just, ow. Deku blinked his hand away. And right now, Deku, he doesn't do anything. He's fine. He's okay. He just probably slept wrong last night. His neck was sort of stiff. Now, Deku and everyone, they would return back to school. And Deku started to notice a few things. Over the course of the day, he starts to get sicker. And around lunchtime, yeah. Whenever Bakugo tries to press Deku about it, Deku, he actually isn't feeling very well. He's sweating, he's just sitting there and he's confused, he looks dazed and disoriented, and Bakugo's actually a little surprised by it. And whenever Deku does get somewhat collapse, there is he's taken to the school nurse. And Deku, he is allowed to try and sleep this off. However, we've already been through this song and dance before. Deku, he eventually would recover, but it does take a few days. He's called, well, the school calls his mom, he's picked up by her, and he goes home. And then the day does start to go on. Now, Deku, he actually is a bit more intrigued. Over the course of the next few days, a few things start to happen. And he's not really too sure what to do. Especially because one day he woke up, and he actually looked in the mirror before he got in the shower. And he realized something. Him looking at himself in the mirror, he's got... Holy shit. Deku's gonna flex. Look at those... Jesus. He looks like... Fuck. He's not been hitting the gym, so... What happened? Now, Deku does someone bring his hand out. Him gonna grab onto his phone. I mean, it's not shameless to say he wants to take a picture of himself this muscular, right? And Deku, when Rio's trying to let go of his phone, to try and at least bring his thumb down to press the button, he finds that his finger is stuck to his phone. Him confused. Bringing his other hand and trying to grab his phone. Before when he was going to try and pull away his hand, he actually just pull away parts of his phone. such as the metal and parts of the glass, and Deku doesn't see the way it is going to crack. I'm surprised. Him going to step backwards and to grab onto the metal bar. Him going to squeeze onto it because he thought he was about to fall over for a second. And Deku, whenever he does going to fall over, he pulls this thing off of the wall and crushes it in his hand. And Deku, whenever he does going to make a loud crash in the bathroom, his mom just going to come to walk over, knocking on the door and trying to figure out exactly what happened to him. And Deku, he does try to at least tell her, he's okay, he just sort of slipped. The ground was wet. His mom believed in the lie. And Deku, when he does try and get back up, he does at least try to pull the glass off of his hand. But he's trying to be careful, but it's not cutting him. Huh. Now, Deku, when he does pull us away, he does look down at his hand. Confused. That doesn't make sense. Okay, all weirdness aside, he'll be okay. Deku getting in the shower. He might need to wear gloves, because for some reason things are sticky. Yeah, sticky's the right word. Now, Deku, he's not too sure what's going on. However, he starts to piece it together a bit. He was on a field trip and, well, he has a more durable body. He crushed something made of metal with his bare hand, and he was sticking to things. Like a lot. He had his pencil stuck in his hand, his backpack stuck in his left hand, and, well, he almost pulled off the doorknob when he tried to walk out of the house. He sort of dented it a little bit, but hopefully his dad doesn't really pay attention. Now, there was where Deku was heading to school. And whenever he got there, he was sitting in class. As, right now, a few people were messing around. They were tossing around a ball in the classroom. And Deku, he was sitting there, somewhat trying to scribble down a few of the things that he's noticed happened to him. And right now, the reaction is Bakugo. Bakugo, he does get to catch the ball. I'm going to turn and see Deku. Before trying to decide, this could probably be a bit funny. I'm going to throw out the ball. And Deku, while he's sitting there, he just put an alarm go off in his head. I'm going to turn around and catch the ball with his left hand. And everyone, they do kind of just watch that. Whoa. What the? Deku looking down at the ball. And everyone, they do just go to stare at him. That was good reflexes. Deku turning his head. And seeing somebody. Thanks. I've been trying to get better with them. Weird. That began to his mind. And Bakugo does at least go to walk over, asking for the ball back. And Deku, he does actually look at Bakugo. He's strong. And he's, well, muscular now, so Deku gonna stand up and tell Bakugo, does he want the ball? Of course I do. Here. Deku holding it out to him. And Bakugo is gonna reach for it. Him grabbing onto it and trying to pull it from Deku's hand. And Deku, he just gonna start Bakugo. Bakugo getting a bit angry, yelling at him, give him back the ball. And Deku just gonna open his hand, before turning his head, telling Bakugo, he's not doing anything, just grab the ball and quit messing around. And people do good to watch. Bakugo might just be playing a practical joke, right? I mean, a reason to hit Deku, knock him around, fucking stuff him in a locker, maybe? Give him a swirly. He's done that before. And right now, Deku, he does get to watch Bakugo. As for Bakugo, he actually started to swing out his hand at Deku. Deku doesn't dodge, him backing away. And seeing the way Bakugo is moving, his reflexes are faster. That's so weird. Now, Deku does throw out his hand, shoving Bakugo backwards. And that simple shove sent Bakugo flying backwards and smashing into two different desks. Before Deku, he someone just stood there, as the ball fell from his hand. And Bakugo, he actually lay there out of breath. He felt like he was hit by something strong. And Deku just stared down at his hand. As everyone, they looked at him in class. And someone, they were particularly shocked by what happened. Deku was bitten by a spider. And he's stronger? The ball was sticking to their hand. No, that doesn't make sense. the radiation would have killed him. But no, no. Is he a mutant? They heard about mutants before, but there's no way those things are real, right? I mean, they've heard stories of a soldier from World War II, but those were disturbing. He just, he kept coming back, and the men in charge of that place, they thought they were being haunted. That being on the person's mind. A lot of weird shit happened around that time. A lot of weird things. They've even heard rumors of this strange monster being created, but that's another story. Now, the person needed to go to watch Deku, as he's going to turn and run out of the classroom. And someone they were particularly surprised. Because Deku, something is off with him. Now, Deku, he ran. And right now he was trying to figure out what to do. He has superpowers. And if they're in a rundown home, then things are bad. But, okay, so what can he do then? Cash. Cash. He needs money. I mean, his mom is working hard and his dad is applying to jobs. Honestly, the guy's just a fucking deadbeat. He drinks, and he doesn't care. That right now took his mind. Now, Deku is trying to figure this all out. I mean, he's 17, and he's developing superpowers. So, that tells him a lot about what's going on. I mean, but he's not a mutant, is he? Or no, no, no. Wait. Yeah, no. He's got these powers from a bite. A spider bite. Then took his mind. And he's trying to think. He's wondering where the webs are gonna come from. Cause yeah, that definitely is gonna be an uncomfortable discovery if he's accurate. Now, Deku, currently he's back at home. And he's trying to figure this all out. Okay, so money, so yeah, dress up and try and find this all out. Deku bring his hand up. And right now there actually is where Deku, he is gonna shoot out a web. Him looking down at his wrist. Thank God. Now, Deku, he does bring his hand up, grabbing at the web and going to start pulling on it as shit. Come get fucking shit. Deku pulling it away. I try to think. Okay, bringing his hand up, grabbing onto the web, and giving it a bit of a tug. It's a sturdy web. Huh. How far does it go, though? Deku trying to think. And there actually is currently where he does get to leave his home. And it's very late at night. Deku has a number of things he wants to test out. And currently, after going to crawl his way up a building in an alleyway, he stands on top of it. He's definitely curious about a lot of things. Right now, Deku dressed there in all black. And Deku, he does bring his hand up. Him going to... Nope, that one doesn't work. Okay, so how about this one? This one. This one. Deku's trying to go through the motions. With his hand. That one. No, that didn't work. That one. No, this one. A web being shot out. And Deku, he has a watch. It being smashed into a building and connecting. And Deku, he actually does stare at that. Before he does try to think. Should he... You know what? If he's strong and he's durable, then... No, wait. His body is tougher. And his body, he can exert a lot of physical force. So, by that definition, his body should be strong enough to handle said force, right? Okay, so cause and correlation to those two things. So, okay, so this is definitely going to be a new thing. Okay, Deku going to turn and run. Him going to swing. And the moment Deku does go to swing off of the building, his spider sense does going to go off. Deku going to turn as the piece of concrete, it got pulled out. and Deku started to fall, him throwing out his hand, and shooting into the web. As currently there was where Deku, he swung through the air. And right now, after swinging upwards into the air, his spider sense was going off, going haywire. And Deku, he went to go turn. Him feeling his spider sense go off, before at one point it stopped. Deku firing out at that one. Now, Deku, he fired out and went to go swing, as he was trying to use this new ability to just move. And right now, he's uncontrollably swinging through the air. He's just, well, dangling his legs and trying to throw out his hands, the best that he can. And eventually, whenever he actually smashed onto the side of a building, he tried to stay there. Him just stuck. Okay, how does he get down? That on Deku's mind. And right now, Deku, he does go through a lot. However, he's also concerned about what to do. He's got powers, and this is so cool. Deku gonna crawl around a wall. And there actually is where he does see somebody currently commit a crime. The person going to run off away from a store before they do to encounter somebody. And right now that person, they're gonna throw out their hands, trying to at least tell the man not to do what he's doing. Turn back and give back the money. And Deku just gonna stare on. That's definitely a problem. Deku gonna hear the sirens. The police are coming. Okay, being a superhero though, no. He's not gonna try to encounter a guy with a gun. That on Deku's mind. Deku, he's still just a kid, and that's some serious shit. So, he's not experienced enough, not able to, and Deku doesn't do one mistake. Going to turn and climb away. As right now, he wants to learn more about his powers. Maybe letting this one simple crime go can do him some good. But Deku, he returns home later that night. And whenever his mom is there, Deku, he don't sit there. Him thinking about what to do. As currently his mom, she made dinner. And Deku, he does at least go to try and ask her exactly where Dad's at. Your dad went to the store. Did he? Yes, he did. He's been a little busy. Is he getting more alcohol, Mom? No, sweetheart. Mom, I know he's an alcoholic. Hey, lower your voice. No, I'm not gonna lower my voice. Listen, Mom, there's a lot going on. And I don't know. He's been too much like himself lately. And what does that mean? He's just been lazy, just sitting around and drinking so much. I'm worried that he's gonna hurt you, Mom. Izuku, your father's been trying to apply for jobs. I know. Listen, after a few of the things that have happened, your father, he's worried. I mean, the Intelli Corporation and everything there, that's sort of a strange thing to deal with. I know. Yeah, being fired from them doesn't look good on your resume. Your father, he may have found something good with the Yajirosa Corporation, though. Did he? Yes, he's been applying a lot and trying to get better. I mean, he's been going to AA meetings, okay? Why didn't you tell me this? I didn't want you to worry about him. He's still drinking a bit, but he's drinking non-alcoholic stuff. He needs the taste of it. That's it. Are you sure? I'm sure. I know because I've bought it myself for him. I've seen the bottles he uses, and I know he's not lying, Izuku. Your father, he's trying, but he's not as strong as you are. But, Mom, I'm not... Izuku, no. What? That's not what I mean. Listen, it's just... He fell off the wagon for a bit, but he's trying to get back on it. He's had troubles and difficulties, but he's trying his best. You just have to see it from his point of view. He has been down on his luck for years, and He got fired whenever he thought he was finally getting back up on it. And now he's trying to get readjusted to it. He just needs some time to vent a bit, and he's finally done with that. Now, there actually is a knock on the door. And Deku, he actually will walk over. Him going to open it as there just stand two uniformed officers. And they do try to ask if Miss Midori is home. My mother's here, yeah. What's going on? Um, Young man, I'm not sure if you're ready to hear this, so if I can please speak to your mother. What? Did something bad happen? What's going on? Am I in trouble for what happened at school? No, but we can ask questions about that in a minute. No, no, I just I stuck up to a bully and I hit him hard. That's all that happened. Son, I wish this was about some schoolyard bully, but it's actually about your father. Now, Inko does come walking up, and the officer sadly breaks the news. Hasashi Midori was shot tonight, and he was shot whenever he passed by a liquor store, and a man, he ran out with a gun. And Deku, the moment he does get to hear about that, it makes him angry. Him gonna turn and run to his room. And Enko, she actually does see Deku turn and bolts. Deku going up the stairs and slamming his door. As the moment the loud crack is heard, Deku does look back towards the door. Him angry. Walking over and going to grab his black suit. As currently Deku, he goes to look down at the mask. Before, he does try to think. The man he saw at the liquor store was his father. The man who was shot. Who was killed. That was his father. And Deku is getting angry. With tears in his eyes, he's mad. And right now he does get to head out. And we do currently have the guy who is running. Deku, he got a description of the perp. And he even looked on the news. He looked online about the incident. And while CCTV footage was there, Deku, he was mad. And currently that guy, he stole a car. And Deku, he knew that car particularly. Because it belongs to his father. And right now, Deku, he heads out. The best place to go to nearby that store. If he was some guy who robbed a store and shot some guy dead, where would he go? And Deku, he went to the nearest abandoned warehouse. Whenever he saw the vehicle sitting outside, there actually was the guy sitting there. He didn't fucking mean to shoot that guy. Fuck. Fuck. He's going to go to jail. Shit. Okay. He's got to figure this out. You. Hearing a voice, looking around. Huh? Who's there? I know what you did. Listen, I'm armed. Please, man, don't make me do this again. You killed him. You killed that man. Listen, man, I didn't mean to do it. Just back off. Man firing a bullet. And right now there actually is outside the warehouse. With a sound, it does get an echo. And someone, they do go to report that in. Because they heard 2 more shots being fired. And there actually was Deku. Deku, he was mad. And he confronted this man. The man was firing into the dark. And Deku, he was yelling at the man and screaming at him. He knows what he did. He killed Hasashi Midoriya. And the man was confused. As right now they get a turn, there actually was a web shot out onto his hand. And he can't, no. What the hell? What are you, some kind of fucking mutant? You wish I was. Deku leaping down. And the man also sees Deku in a fully blacked out suit. Huh? Who the hell are you? You bastard. Deku rushing forwards. And right now he doesn't know how strong he is. Deku, he goes to throw out his fist. Hard. He wanted to sock this guy across the face. But whenever Deku, he socked him, he sent the guy flying backwards. Him smashing through the window. And Deku, he saw that. Him running forwards. As he threw out his left hand and shot out a web. Him catching the guy by his foot. As there was where Deku, he saw the guy smash against the wall. Him hitting the back of his head. As right now, Deku, he actually did try to stay there. Him holding this guy up. It took him a second, but then he looked down at his right hand. Whenever he tried to bring it out onto his left arm, there's there's blood. No, no, no. Him running over. And right now the guy he's pinned to the wall, held there by the web, and there's blood trailing down his head. And Deku, he actually just won't step forwards, webbing the guy to the building as he has to turn and run. The police, they are about to show up. Hear the sirens in the distance. And Deku, he doesn't want to be here. But right now they're actually on top of a building. Deku, he does sit there. He lost his dad. His dad's dead. He he had a chance to actually stop a crime. He he just wanted to learn more about his powers, and he almost killed that guy. Now, Deku, he right now feels terrible. He could have been a hero, a superhero, but he didn't do it. He was scared. But that's not him. He stood up to the bully. Then he should have stood up to the bad guy. It was just simple. He had a chance to do it and he didn't. And right now that man, he's found stuck to the side of a building. He has lost most of his teeth on his lower jaw. And Deku, he was still getting adjusted to his powers. His body was still going through certain changes. And while may not have been at the full Spider-Man strength, he was still in the ballpark of fucking heavyweight boxers. Now, Deku, he threw a right hook pretty mean and pretty heavily, but he doesn't know how to throw punch properly. So the man, he may lose most of his feeling in his jaw and use of it, he's still alive. Although that blood rushing to his head, that didn't help either, because he did get brain trauma, along with even a broken back, and he's not going to be waking up anytime soon. So while he may still be alive, he's not conscious. And Deku, he does look into that police report. He looked into it up till the day he went to his father's funeral. And that made him feel worse. He knew what he did. No one's gonna find out, and his mom thinks he hid in his room. Meanwhile, some guy out there, he took, well, justice in his own hands. And Deku, he sat there angrily. He sat there sad. But someone they think they know what happened to Deku. I mean, they heard about this mysterious thing on the news, and whenever they heard about the victim, they put two and two together. So they're definitely curious about what happened to Deku. Because if he's developing mutant powers because of some radiation, they definitely want to try and get some powers too. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.